Hello, guys. Here's my best of 2017. Coming in at number 5, Bright. This film gets a lot of undeserved flack. It's been called the worst movie of the year, and Last Jedi such a masterpiece. It is kind of a remake of Alien Nation, but they made their own thing about it. The fantasy twist, and it even tackles actual hot button issues. It felt fresh, it was fun, it was original. They made their own thing out of it. If I could give the film one true criticism, it takes itself too seriously. There was a missed opportunity to be a great Lethal Weapon style film, and Will Smith and the actor that played the orc, they have that kind of chemistry together. They could have pulled it off because these two, when they're allowed to be funny together, are hilarious together. Bright, check it out. Great film. Not the best of the year, not the worst, somewhere in between that category, but so much fun. Number 4, Jack Reacher Never Go Back. If you like the first Jack Reacher, so much more to like here. It's got more emotional depth and even gives Jack Reacher emotional stakes. We get to know Reacher a little more, and if you know the books, Tom Cruise is a solid Jack Reacher. Even though he don't fit the description, he matches the personality. It's got humor at good parts, it's serious at other parts, good acting by almost everyone involved. Just fun. If you like Jack Reacher, if you like the original Jack Reacher, more to like. Number 3, Wonder Woman. This movie I had a lot of fun with. It was serious where it needed to be serious, funny where it needed to be funny, and um directors and writers that want to do action movies with strong female leads, take notes. This is how you do it. You can have a strong, competent female lead without making the men look like a bunch of knuckleheads and buffoons. In fact, the men that are partnered with Wonder Woman, she could not have gone on this journey without them. Even this great scene where she comes out of the trenches, their help helped her save the day. And at the end, she loses something very dear to stop the enemy. The character learns a great lesson and becomes a stronger, more full person by the end of the movie. The primaries are all great. They all have great chemistry together. And at the end, when Steve Trevor has to sacrifice himself, it is legitimately sad. You do feel bad for her and for the loss of what could have been between the two of them. Great movie. Can't recommend it enough. See it if you haven't. Number 2. Sorry, my mind went blank for a minute. Kong Skull Island. Fun movie. And even though it was just entertaining from beginning to end. John C. Reilly amazed me in this film. I usually can't stand him. Every second he's on screen, he normally annoys me. He was my favorite character in this film, and the one you most wanted to see have a happy ending. I'll admit, Brie Larson's acting could have been better. Tom Hiddleston didn't seem to bring his A game at times, but John Goodman did. His partner did. Samuel L. Jackson, kind of the villain of the movie, but a character you can sympathize with. It's at the end of Vietnam, and he's still looking for that one big win. He's still looking to justify what his men died for. And he becomes Captain Ahab, and King Kong is his white whale. The the Skull Crawlers are fun monsters with a nice throwback to the original Kong from 1933. If I had one complaint, I wish Kong would have killed the main Skull Crawler with the Skull Crush. Really fun, entertaining movie and memorable characters, which is one of the best things. You come to like and care for a lot of these characters and want to see them get off the island. And stay tuned after the movie. When you think it's over, you get a nice scene with John C. Riley's homecoming where he gets to see the family, and his son was born the day before he was shot down over Skull Island. It's actually a pretty touching and effective scene that is done without any dialogue. See it if you haven't. Number one, Dunkirk. I was familiar with the story of the miracle at Dunkirk. If you still don't know what it is, the British Army was sent to help the French. They were trapped on a beach, and the small boat owners, civilians, were sent in to rescue the military. And this is just such a tale of heroism on their part. The characters you see are memorable. In like one of the main leads, it's like 20 some odd minutes into the film before he speaks even a single word. But because of the situation you're in, you still care for this character even though he hasn't spoke, and you want to see him get out alive. These It's a great film based on a remarkable, amazing, true story, and it's awesome to see these everyday heroes get put in the spotlight. This is the war movie where the civilians are the heroes. Now, just know if you do go see that, pay close attention to the timestamps at the beginning of the movie. Not all the events are taking place at the same time. So when you keep in mind with those timestamps, just keep that in mind so you're not confused, because some of the way things jump around will be a little confusing. Like, you'll see a plane shoot down and you'll see the boat of some of the main characters coming up to him, but we haven't got to that point on their story yet. Christopher Nolan is as incredible as ever as a director. Hans Zimmer hits it out of the park with his soundtrack again, which is more than I can say for what John Williams did in The Last Jedi. His soundtracks are becoming forgettable now, and it's time for him to step down. But those are my top 5 films of the year. Don't forget to like, subscribe, dislike. Tell me what your top 5 are in the comments below. Bye.